introducing a different direction than most people are conscious of. And most people, when they're looking for martial arts, they're looking for some form of combat-oriented approach for self-defense. And obviously that can be important in some people's lives to help them feel safe. But Aikido somehow offers that opportunity to explore how we relate to conflict at a deeper level, within ourselves, within our society, and also on the street, but in a larger context. And that way I think it stimulates a greater awareness, and it attempts to do that by bringing us and the object that we are in conflict with into greater and closer connection. So we receive more information, we receive more kind of intelligent connection between us and the other, until we discover there's a ground which contains us both. This allows us to have a different relationship with conflict, not as one as being a problematic issue that needs to be destroyed or controlled, but one where the conflict itself is an opportunity for us to evolve and for the relationship to become more mature, and to deepen, to become more intelligent, more transparent. This then offers a completely different path for the individual practicing. It becomes a path of evolution, becomes a path of living free from the structure of fear. Not that there's not fear, but we're no longer victimized by fear. It leaves us in a space where we're suddenly dancing with the conflict, or moving with the conflict in such a way that we feel free. Free in being able to be creative, free in being able to live from an inspired perspective, and in a sense of actually now no longer seeing life as being something against us, but seeing life as something that supports us. And the metaphor I actually used over the weekend was the one of floating on water. When we're on water and we relax into the water is supportive. When we are fearful of the water and we fight and struggle against the water threatens us. We start to drown. And the nature of the water actually doesn't change. It's our relationship to the water that changes. And when we change our relationship to the water, we suddenly find the water becomes, its inherent quality shows up, and we become, it's our ally, it's our support structure, and it becomes a creative context for us to swim in. And Aikido then offers that opportunity for people to evolve and develop in this direction, in a way of being fundamentally with their environment, with their experience. And this can radically transform the way a person approaches everything in their life. And so, in a way, Aikido has to go through a rebranding, because it is seen as either being this kind of esoteric self-defense art where we use the energy of the other against them, which I think is, don't get me wrong, but a little bit of an immature approach to trying to define the art. Some people characterize the art as being an art of peace, which I think for most people they assume that means that we just kind of calm everything down. And in a way, that I don't think that really does service to the art of Aikido. I think Aikido is much more of a dynamic, emerging, evolutionary art of actually stepping into conflict, welcoming conflict in a way where we go right to the center of it and we attempt to dialogue with it, to connect with it, to move with it dynamically, powerfully, but not in opposition to it, but in deep connection with it, which opens us up to levels of power that don't function in the world of me against you, but function in the world of me and you, or a greater sense of we. And in that sense, we become surfers of the conflict, not destroyers of the other. We become alchemists with the conflict, not separating or controlling that which is in opposition, but actually seeing that which is in opposition is the very essential nature, the very essential quality that we need in order to transform the relationship and actually ourselves, for us to evolve both individually and communally. And that is new on the radar. It's not present in people's consciousness. And that's why I say we need to rebrand and start thinking of, that learning to live free from fear is the essential quality that is explored in the practice of Aikido. Learning to evolve is the essential nature of the practice of Aikido. Learning to practice alchemy with the conflict and the tension and the contraction that's found in conflict is the practice of Aikido. So if we rebranded Aikido as being the alchemy of conflict and the transformation of the individual and community, for me this is an inspiring direction, and the possibilities are limitless in the sense that Aikido then can offer each individual a path that can lead them into a greater awakening and evolution of themselves, irregardless of their physical skill, irregardless of their age, and allow them to come into contact with something that's truly universally powerful. And that is how I would like to see Aikido presented to the world, as a catalyst for our own evolution.